Deuteronomy 28 says, God will lavish you with good things. He will open up the doors of his sky vaults and rain down favor, rain down favor, rain down favor. You will always be the top dog and never the bottom dog. It's the Can Do Coach, and it's time for you to level up. I was reading this beautiful inspirational story in Joel Osteen's The Abundant Mindset, and he shared a powerful message in the life of a gentleman who desired to travel from Europe to the U.S. This was before a transatlantic flight was available, and so he had to take a cruise ship. He worked diligently day and night to be able to afford one ticket on this cruise ship. He collected and saved all his coins until one day he was able to afford the ticket. Well, he knew in his mind he was going to need to eat something, but all he could afford was cheese and crackers. So he purchased a suitcase and filled it with cheese and crackers. So he gets on board the ship, and every single night he's noticing individuals in the lavish dining hall. It's time for the lavish life. In the lavish, large dining hall, eating to their heart's content, often watching them rub their bellies, complaining about how full they were and how they were going to have to go on a diet after their trip. And night after night, he would sit in the corner, eating his cheese and his crackers while they feasted, meal after meal. Well, towards the end of the trip, sometimes he was restless at night. He was dreaming of the sumptuous meals. And one evening, one of the passengers comes up to him and says, I noticed that every time we're having dinner, you're in a corner eating cheese and crackers. Why don't you come into the banquet hall and join us? And he holds his head down and says, I only had enough to afford the ticket. I don't have money to buy fancy meals. And another passenger raised his eyebrows and said, don't you realize that the meals are included in the price of the ticket? You don't have to pay for anything. The meals are free. I want to remind you today that it is God's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. You have to know what's in the ticket, what's all included. He promised that favor would encompass you about as a shield. He promised that wherever your feet tread, he's given you the land. He promised if you believe in him, all things are possible. He promised that he'd open the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing that you didn't have room enough to receive. This is the promise that you will be blessed in the city, blessed in the field, blessed when you come and blessed when you go out. It's a promise that you will lack no good thing. And so on today, you don't have to wait till you get to the end of your life to realize that you have access to favor. You have access to wealth. You have access to plenty. You have access to more than enough. We are manifesting wealth rapidly, with ease, stress-free. Even just yesterday, a friend just blessed me with a $500 check, just because I am under the reign of favor. Stay in position where you can receive. Only believe and watch the floodgates overtake your life. I want to see you in my class on August 20th. You can register at eventbrite.com. Speak with passion. I don't speak at all, baby.